Hey guys, Desolator Magic here, and this Ixalan storyline is being taken very seriously by Wizards of the Coast. In fact, if you were to go to magic.wizards.com and on the main navigation bar, hover over the one that says Story, and then click on Magic Story, it's still not there. Is it because the people running the various websites that are owned by the Magic department at Wizards have proven time and time again that they're complete idiots who are incapable of doing their job even at a basic level? No, it's because Ixalan is all about treasure hunts, and so the first place I checked was some kind of improperly protected WPN page that I'm probably not supposed to be able to see, and I didn't find any of those actually, so I thought, well, that's where they put most information that people care about. Then I remembered that I just simply bookmarked Chapter 2 because it was linked to from Chapter 1. So if you guys want to read the story for yourself, all you have to do is drive to Wisconsin, break into my apartment, jump on my computer, break the encryption password on my bootloader, and then go through my bookmarks. You'll probably find it. It's under recent. Yay, treasure hunt. Also, somebody on Twitter, I have to say, has already warned me that this story does not involve pirates. I guess I'll say, suggested that perhaps Chapter 2 would have pirates because pirates were at the end of Chapter 1. But I'm getting a little bit rusty, apparently, at this storytelling, and I use that term pretty loosely. I forgot that chapters of the storyline jump around and have more filler episodes than a Naruto series. Speaking of Naruto, have you guys heard about the monkey that took a selfie with a camera after stealing the photographer's camera? The monkey's name was Naruto, and there has been like 6 years of court battles over who owns the copyright. Is it a human, the monkey, or the public? As far as I know, it still hasn't been decided. It was basically settled outside of court. And that's already a better story than this probably is, but let's jump right into it anyway. The title of Chapter 2 of the Ixalan storyline is A Question of Confidence, and it was written by nobody freaking knows. That's a real shame because besides plot holes and blatant logic and storyline errors, the actual writing of the last chapter was fantastic. It's not my style at all. I didn't care for it, but as far as quality of writing, it was very, very, very well written. I mean, I would easily consider it professional writing, so that's pretty awesome. So let's hope this one sticks to that level of quality. I feel like it probably won't. So we're not even one word in, and I'm already confused because the first word is Huatli, which is Dino Rider Tribal Queen Lady's name. I don't know if it's Huatli or Huatli or I don't know, some other pronunciation. I don't know a thing about Aztec or Mayan languages. I feel like neither is Wizards, so that's 2 strikes, and we're already out. Remember last chapter's rules? 2 strikes. Screw it, we're going with Huatli. So Huatli excelled at exactly 2 things. She was a knight, and she was an orator. So it starts out with that stupidity, and they double down on it. They say she had never needed to be anything else. Okay, even I've played electrician once in a while when money's tight, okay? Plus, I feel like I could probably, train a monkey named Naruto to swap out outlets. You just kill the breakers and then hook them right back up where they go, the wires. I find it hard to believe that she's never cooked anything in her entire life. So she's apparently also a liar. Crap, I already got something wrong. She's not the queen or whatever. She is a knight that serves under the emperor. Yes, the Aztec civilization had an emperor, apparently. By the way, I had to point out this line. Her cousin was maddeningly even-tempered. What, does she want them to be some kind of psychotic outrage over everything, outrage culture, SJW nutbar? Because I know Wizards does. Oh, I'm going to reference that in every story. And apparently so are they. So apparently Huatli just came back from some kind of scuffle with, I don't remember, the Legion of Dusk. What are they? I think Dusk. It's probably the vampires. Except it says that the Legion of Dusk retreated to their ships. So, vampire pirates? Maybe both. I don't know. And, she was so proud that on either side there were no deaths. Just such an amazing display of martial skill and negotiating. Wow, what an expert swordsman to have killed 0 people in a battle. I don't think you know how war works. I don't think you even know how swords work. The point isn't to look awesome and show off and not get stabbed, although, I mean, that's one of the points. You have to actually harm the other person. Like, what the hell? Are they even trying? This ain't the Olympics, it's war. What the hell? Apparently the name of their city that they live in is Pachatupa or something like that. It could be Pakatupa with a silent H. So apparently Huatli had stolen someone's sword, in the battle, which that's always embarrassing. So apparently there was some kind of like welcome back from war party, I guess. I'm now totally picturing like an Aztec ticker tape parade, and I can't get that out of my head. So some girl runs up and she's like, oh my gosh, it's Whiteley, the legendary knight hero person. Woo, awesome. How exciting to meet such an amazing warrior and talented. Hey, by the way, are you delivering an oration at the homecoming ceremony? Yeah, they care more about her being a poet than a warrior. I hate these people already, and I honestly hope the Spanish show up and kill them all. Plus, they ride around on dinosaurs, okay? How safe could that be? Did you guys see Jurassic Park 1, 2, 3, or whatever they called the fourth one? Oh my god, the people go on and on about her stupid poetry. My god, get a life, you stupid hipsters. I kid you not, they go on some like Disney level stupidity. Oh, poems are magic, and there's good poems, and then there's honest poems, and making people feel things is powerful magic. My god, what kind of liberal arts major douchebag wrote this garbage? Now the next section starts with, an hour later the homecoming ceremony began, and Whiteley patiently awaited the moment of her entrance. And I'm patiently awaiting, what the hell happened to Jason Vraska? That is literally the only thing I care about right now. I don't care about these stupid Mayan Aztec ripoff cliche, just disrespecting history walking stereotypes. You want to get accurate? Have them be a bunch of violent idiots playing some kind of crap version of soccer and then hold a human sacrifice afterwards. Otherwise, you're kind of whitewashing history a little bit, aren't you, wizards? See, they hide behind the duality of, well, Kamigawa wasn't really Japan. Oh, but it's based on this because it's really Japan. So anytime they say something horribly inaccurate, some misleading statement about Bushido, oh no, well this isn't really Japan, it's just based on it. And then as soon as they're like, yeah, this weapon that he's holding is an actual, like it's the right length and curve because it's actual Japan. And I mean, this time, okay, I don't think Aztec people rode around on dinosaurs, but still, this is just downright insulting. What they need to do is come up with their own damn mythology and history. It's not that hard. Sci-fi does it all the damn time. Well, except Star Trek and their damn space Native Americans. I'm getting really sick of that cliche. Okay, so then they go on to say the title of Warrior Poet was bestowed to only one person in a generation. Let me stop you right there, okay? First of all, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, just title-wise. And secondly, maybe if you want the person in this wonderful honorary position to actually live long enough to have one per generation instead of multiple, maybe they should just pick one and focus on it, okay? You split your time between authorship and reading and being poetic and wordcraft or whatever the hell you call it. And, training to not die in battle, you're going to be 50% as good at each. It's like asking Adrian Peterson to be good at football and being a parent at the same time. Speaking of a parent, it's apparent that he can't do that. I mean, you can either beat the Packers or you can beat your kids. You can't really do both. So Huatli's sitting there like, oh, I'm totally going to get bestowed with this honor after I speak. Awesome. I bet something's going to screw this up. I'm calling it already. In fact, Huatli could sense the announcement of it in the air, like the tang of metal before a storm, which isn't metal. It's triple bonded oxygen, also known as ozone or O3. It's formed by lightning and it typically blows ahead of the storm front, so you can smell it in the air and be like, yeah, that smells like a storm. Absolutely not one damn thing to do with metal. It's like trying to be a Wizards of the Coast writer and a scientist at the same time. You just can't split your time between the two, evidently. Yeah, I'm in a bad mood today, in case you didn't catch that. So Huatli used one of the classic techniques of riling up the crowd right off the bat before you even open your mouth. So she holds up the crappy, poorly made sword that she stole from, I don't know, some vampire, and the crowd goes totally nuts. In fact, some of the people in the crowd that were currently cooking brats and drinking excessive amounts of beer stop for a second to clap, which is pretty impressive. So she presents it to the Emperor, and the Emperor's like, oh yeah, she's awesome. She helped, I don't know, fend off the attack from the Legion of Dusk. Oh boy. Okay, seriously? Seriously? Huatli would get kicked out of my Dungeons & Dragons group, okay? Because clearly she's multi-classed an illegal amount of times. Warrior, like sword expert, dinosaur riding warrior / knight. Also poet, so we'll just say bard. And guess what? Huatli smiled, held out a steady hand, and lowered her palm with practiced ease. I just realized that's not the right line. The crowd quieted, and she quickly cast a spell to bring her voice to a commanding volume. Oh, she's a wizard too. She must be magic. Let's see. She thinks very highly of herself. She feels absolutely 100% entitled to some amazing status position. She likes to talk to people and have them all applaud her. And apparently she's an expert in multiple fields, including useless fine arts. Huatli is the SJW champion to end all SJW champions. I sincerely hope she dies in the storyline. Oh my gosh. I'm not even sure if I should read this garbage that she calls poetry. I mean, I think all poetry is garbage, and I'm certainly not qualified to be a poetry reviewer, although, hey, maybe that's what my third channel is. You never know. Or if I should just spare you guys the details and just tell you it sucks. What to do. Kinjali, hear my call. The time has come to wake the sleepers, to pierce the eastern shadow that would darken all our days. Tironali, hear my call. Fill your children's hearts with fire, that we may be the dawn that breaks to immolate the dusk. With threefold sun above us, oh my god, seriously, every time they go to a new plane, they add a sun. This is now a trinary system? Really? I hope that's not what she means. I mean, they did say it's hot as hell over there, so whatever. Can't wait for that comet on that mythic red card to just come and just blow everybody straight to hell. Anyway, with threefold sun above us and these prayers upon our lips, did your proud warriors bring terrible radiance to the heathens on your shores? Astride our clawfoots, plate tails, fertile horns, we rode for glorious reproof. What the hell does that mean? Dude, there's no way they got dictionary.com over in frickin' Aztec land. The only thesaurus they have is probably a species of dinosaur. Shoot, I'm writing better lines than this lady. To scold the shark-eyed enemy that hungers for your birthright, we met them on the sand, fangs dripping malice, swords aloft, but the shadow-bound could not withstand us. Soon their vileness fled our shores. Well, then you're already crap at tactics. You gotta light their boat on fire before they leave it and start just bombarding the dinghies with arrows so that they can't make it to the shore. See, focus less on poetry and more on, tactics and ranged weapons. Maybe get some alchemy going. Maybe instead of learning to amplify your voice, you should learn to make a ship burst into flames. Anyway, today we return and beseech you to remember, your empire is the light. Nothing fills the dusk with terror like the rising of the sun. Well, yeah, I mean, if they're vampires, they literally can't be out in the sun, even though I'm pretty sure on the cards it looks like they're out in the sun. The crowd roared with applause again, it says. That was some overly dramatic, non-rhyming Maya Angelou level crap. I don't know what the hell they're clapping for. I guess nothing else exciting happened that week, so they're all just playing it up. I don't know. So the Emperor announces they drove away the Brazen Coalition, which is the pirates, and the Legion of Dusk, which is the vampires, from the eastern coast. And it said that quite a bit earlier, 3 or 4 years earlier, I think it was. They took those river, whatever the hell, merfolk douchebags, they beat them back into the river, basically. So it says they rule the land. So now they announce they're going to reclaim the South. Oh boy. What the hell happened to Jason Vraska is all I care about. Where's that announcement? Is that on the bulletin somewhere? Wait, then he says, our warriors have never been more prepared, blah, 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 blah. We will banish the Legion of Dusk from our mainland. So they just got done defeating the Legion of Dusk, quote, from our eastern coast, so they're gonna retake the south from the Legion of Dusk. I don't know, maybe they're trying to pull some Hannibal crap, I have no idea. So if you're still trying to get the tactical, geographic, geopolitical situation here, here's another line that'll just clear it right up for you. They're looking at the sword, which is, like I said, a piece of crap, and the Emperor says, gaudy, isn't it? One wonders how they conquered an entire continent with these. Well, unless they're talking about a different continent, they didn't, because they're both on the eastern shore, the southern shore, and not currently in control of the entire continent. So the Emperor talks to Huatli in private and says, I'm not sending you to the south, and she's pissed. And she says, oh, well, there might still be invaders in the east, which are literally the same people still, so I don't quite get that. Oh, also, she kept anticipating the Emperor naming her the warrior poet, and nope. So apparently there's a rumor that there's going to be a twofold attack with the Brazen Coalition and the Legion of Dusk joining forces. In other words, black-white deck, hell yeah. So then the Emperor lets it slip that he knows what his mother's instructions would have been, and she died 3 years ago and was the former emperor, or empress. I don't mean to misgender her, just kidding, clearly she had a kid. But yeah, she would have apparently said, protect the cities and continue to search for the one, not ones, the one that we lost. So obviously that's, the lost city that they keep referring to in the cards or whatever. And then, of course, he says, we would sooner find a flying panther than an entire lost city. Or a very, very large mammal while there's still simultaneously dinosaurs. I'm just going to add that one. So it says she's going to leave in a week and she's going to be there for a month. And then the story just straight up goes, a month later, comma. Uh-oh, the scouts saw some Brazen Coalition ships. Or wait, no, one Brazen Coalition ship that had just appeared off the coast. Oh boy, how exciting. Okay, so Huatli gets back from, I guess, verifying the scout report or whatever the hell she was doing, and Inti, her friend, is like, oh, we heard they're camped out here, so they go to check it out. Yeah, good job, scouts. They've fully unloaded all of their gear, anchored all of their ships off the coast, and are now camping. You know what would have been maybe a better idea is catch them prior to them doing that, considering you're sitting on the beach doing nothing. Actually, they keep kind of making misleading statements, but it sounds like it's still just one ship. So it's one ship, one set of supply boxes on the beach, and one camp, I guess. Now, at least Huatli gets a freaking clue, because she's like, okay, they're not here right now, they're not at the camp, so let's light all of their equipment on fire, and when they see it, then, I don't know, they say flush the pirates down to the beach toward the boat when you see their supplies light up? No, I think they'll see their supplies light up. So she used some awesome magic to summon up the help of some random forest dinosaurs to help chase them towards the beach. Oh, and it says that they themselves were the first to notice their supplies were on fire. Told ya. So Inti sneaks back, and they're both kind of hiding on the edge of the jungle where it meets the beach, and they just watch the pirates try to put out their supply fire, and then head back to the ship, I guess. I'm starting to think that they didn't bring an army with them. It's literally just Huatli and Inti, and that's it. Wow, brilliant. Kind of makes you wonder where the, quote, scout report came from. So they think their little plan was all so dang clever to, instead of fully attacking the enemy and killing their entire platoon, allowing them to escape and also know that they're there and being monitored, while they try to slink away through the jungle, uh-oh, somebody wraps a big old glowing chain around her dinosaur mount's feet, and she just face plants into the jungle floor. Well, it's a big old blacksmith minotaur with a glowing chain that can breathe fire and had a chest like a furnace. So he's like one of those walking self-portable blacksmith all-in-one, basically Xerox machines for armor, I guess. You know, one of those. So he ends up pulling back the chain from the dinosaur's legs and then just wraps around its head and basically just about pulls it off. So yeah, Huatli's little dinosaur friend is dead. Oh no. And like the idiot warrior bard multi-class that she is, she said, "What is your name?" instead of, "I'm going to kill you," and then rush him with your sword. And of course, because everybody in this entire crap plane is some kind of poet, he says, "I am the dread pirate Angrath, and I seek the immortal sun." Now, the more correct, pirately accurate, cultural response should have been, "None of your damn business, die." And of course, Huatli laughed out loud and said, "You and everyone else, fool." I mean, how big could this, island/continent thing actually be? I mean, jump on a damn pterodactyl, fly around and find the damn thing. It'd probably take a day. So Inti shows up, and Huatli's like, I need a mount. Mine died. So Inti, who apparently also has magical dinosaur summoning abilities, summons a new mount. So she's dancing around, literally, dodging all these, white hot flaming chains that he's just, shooting out of his hands or whatever. This guy honestly sounds pretty cool. So this expert, war-hardened, top-ranked warrior, who also wastes her time writing poetry, she goes from knocking over a minotaur with a kick to the face and then slicing him across the chest with her sword and then easily dodging every single one of his attacks to, quote, she suddenly realized this was how both she and her cousin would die. Wow, real good warrior mentality there. Oh, for God's sake, really? Okay, guess what's gonna happen, guys? She tried to stand and face her foe when something deep within her chest sparked. Oh, what a funny choice of words. Yep, suddenly she felt herself come apart. So she actually partially planeswalks to Kaladesh, which is very interesting. Bit of a coincidence there, I guess. Just based on what artwork they post, what the people are wearing, and what the story says, that's the plane that she planeswalked to temporarily. But then it says that she kind of got shoved back into the plane that she's on. You know, because there's some kind of weird magic or curse or something keeping people from planeswalking out, I guess. And once again, just like what happened to Jace, she sees a triangle and circle symbol hovering over her with a strange glow. So then she's like, oh crap, Angrath is still here. And it says he was staring in wonder, chains snaking back to his arms and eyes wide with bovine shock. Bovine shock, of course, the disease that killed all of the cows on whatever the hell continent they named this damn thing. Between that and the big outbreak 10 years ago of mad cow disease, and the Aztecs just don't have any more hamburgers. I know, I did just imply that they were tailgating the Emperor's speech with brats, aka bratwurst if you're not from Wisconsin. But they were dino brats, damn it. So then the pirate holds out his hand and points and says, you're one too! So apparently he knows what a planeswalker is, and I have a feeling that he's not from that realm, or plane, whatever, and he planeswalked there and got stuck too, because apparently if you do that, you just automatically become a pirate, because, you know, that's what you do. So then she's like, I don't know what just happened, and Angrath is like, I've never met another one on this wretched plane. We can help each other leave. Told you he was stuck there. This whole plane is basically New Jersey. So then I guess Intley, I don't know, because the author forgot that they summoned a second dinosaur, holds a hand out, pulls her up onto the mount that she's already on, or he, whatever. I don't know what gender in Intley or Inti would be. I think I was saying Intley the whole time, and it's Inti. Either that or it's a typo, don't really care. And yeah, they slice Mr. Bullheaded guy one more time, and then ride off into the jungle. And so Huatli and person whose name starts with an I, they start talking about, like, what the hell happened? Like, were you training in other magic and not telling me, or what's going on? And Huatli's like, I don't friggin' know, and why does he think I would help him? And then she lets loose that, hey, I saw a golden city, because remember, Kaladesh is, you know, primarily gold colored. And then she says, I think I saw Orazca, which is the city of gold, which that's awfully close to like what Latin would call city of gold. So getting a little too close on that one, wizards. Oh, it gets worse, guys. I skipped over what the Emperor's last name was. Let's just put it that way. So now this is like mega interesting. So is the lost city of gold that they're trying to recover actually Kaladesh? Like, is it the entire plane of Kaladesh? And then did Kaladesh like boot them out and then prevent anybody from planeswalking off of the plane? Holy crap, that would be insane. That rhymed, and I'm not even Huatli. Or she's mistaken, they're going to end whatever magic is keeping there and then invade Kaladesh accidentally. Either one would be pretty interesting to the story, actually. I'm just throwing this one out there. If everybody from the Sun whatever the hell tribe actually was originally from Kaladesh and somehow they were all like exiled or something. Really, Wizards of the Coast? One's basically India and one's basically the Yucatan, but I guess to you guys, well, they're just weird brown foreigners, so I guess they just have a drastically different culture for the same reason because, haha, foreign is foreign. Yes, I am thoroughly exaggerating this with full knowledge that they're all a bunch of SJW dumbasses over there. That's kind of the point, that's kind of the joke. Calm down, people. So anyway, they ride back to the city, and they're like, we gotta ask the Emperor what the hell's going on. Oh, by the way, it would appear that this chapter was written by the exact same person as Chapter 1, because they used the exact same unusual and medically inaccurate line of Huatli's heart was still pounding a bruise against the inside of her chest. That's not a thing that can happen. So while listening to the account of her weird almost planeswalk, apparently the Emperor can summon cups of, I'll say hot chocolate because I don't know what the hell they wrote there. Something like Zocolato? Ladle? I don't know. I'm sure it's some kind of Aztec crap they ripped off. And probably not even accurately. Oh, by the way, the Emperor does explain that the sun expresses itself in 3 aspects: creativity, destruction, and sustenance. So it's not actually a trinary system. So no approach of the tertiary sun. Sorry, guys, you're going to have to stick with the garbage that is approach of the second sun. I swear, by the time we're back in Dominaria, it'd be like, approach of the 16th sun. We're going to sun the crap out of you. So anyway, the Emperor's like, you must have seen Orazca, and my mom was crazy, but she believed it was a thing, and you saw it, so go find it. Yeah, they're convinced that Kaladesh is Orazca. Whether it is or not is going to be very interesting, but in either case, it's going to be interesting. Oh, and the Emperor finally gives her the helmet, but I'm just going to say hat. It has to be a hat. That gives her the official title of warrior poet. Oh boy, she finally made it. Woo! Next, I bet she'll complain that like she makes 84% the same money as the person before her because of her gender. Which, by the way, is a myth here in America that is absolutely proven false. Also, their entire culture hasn't mentioned money yet. Oh, whoops, I should have kept reading. She doesn't give her the helmet. And she says, if you find the golden city of Erazka, I'll make you the warrior poet. Oh, that's right up there with what the hell happened to the dwarves quest from Morrowind. Haha, good luck, bitch. Well, except that we already know in the next storyline that they find it and then they have to defend it. Oh, and also the artwork indicates that it's not Kaladesh and that she's mistaken. Sorry to completely ruin the storyline, but once again, Wizards did by releasing artwork too early. So apparently inside Erazka or whatever is the Immortal Sun, whatever that is. Sounds powerful. Honestly, at this point, it probably summons Nicol Bolas. And in case you didn't know about Amonkhet lore, he basically used one of their sons as an alarm clock. So she tells Inti what's up, and Inti's like, dude, you gotta bring me and somebody's name who starts with a Y. And then they kind of start joking about it, because, you know, she tells him, yeah, you know, I'll have a title or whatever. And so they say, well, will it be Warrior Poet Diviner? Or Diviner? I don't know how that's pronounced, actually. And then Huatli's like, no, Warrior Poet Voyager. And then Inti said, how about Warrior Poet Body Dissolving Expedition Leader? Now, see, that's the one I would choose. And then, of course, Huatli says they don't make a helmet for that. Hey, they could, though. They could. So then, I don't know, she goes to sleep and she's like, oh, this isn't what I'm supposed to be. Exploring doesn't involve being a warrior, which is, once again, completely false. It's a jungle full of damn dinosaurs. I mean, my God, what the hell? Oh, and vampires, merfolk, and pirates. I mean, without those, it wouldn't even be exploring, it would just be hiking. So anyway, it ends with, she was a warrior, and she was an orator, and now she was an explorer. God, I would have so wanted to put explorator. Or Dora the Explorer, because, I mean, she's kind of from down there a little bit. I mean, south of the border is south of the border. I mean, you keep walking south, you ain't in Mexico, but it's still south. So, I mean, that was an interesting twist. I mean, the story was exceptionally well written, despite pretty much me mocking it every single paragraph. But, I mean, once again, some flaws in logic, and they use the word good instead of well. But other than that, you know, pretty darn good. So whoever this mystery author is, kudos to you. Too bad you'll never be able to have provable credit that you wrote this. I mean, I clearly know who wrote this because I read the other chapters and this is a very distinct style, but I'm not going to ruin it. And by ruin it, I mean properly credit somebody when Wizards refuse to do so. So hopefully the next chapter has something to do with Jace and Pirate Vraska. That would be awesome. Can't wait for them to meet Huatli Walker and, I don't know, fix the transporter system. Remove the planar barrier. I don't know what's going on, but that's kind of the point is chapter 2. You never know what's going on. So hit that subscribe button if you want to see these terribly narrated stories in the future. And by narrated, I mean paraphrased. And I'll see you guys next video.